May of, November of '03, actually. So he cleaned out the drain and everything, and he found sanitary napkins in the drain. And the sanitary napkins in the drain, being that it was winter, actually cracked some fittings. Because
Some what?
sanitary napkins.
No, cracked what?
Fittings.
Oh, in the pipe.
Correct, because it's
All
PVC pipe, and the water expanded and cracked the fittings. So I had all that replaced for her and this and that, and her real estate agent said he couldn't find someone to clean out the crawl, so he actually hired me to clean the crawl out. I cleaned the crawl out for her as well, and I never got paid from her real estate agent because he reneged after we'd done the work.
Well, according to Ms. Gates, that wasn't the problem.
Well, according to Ms. Gates, she says that the sewer line was never hooked up to the main sewer.
Right.
Well, that's totally false because I pulled all my proper permits, and I got paperwork showing that I pulled plumbing permits. I got paperwork showing that I was issued a C of O, and everything was done according to code.
Would they have necessarily checked that connection?
Absolutely. They do an open hole inspection.
Well, but apparently after you did snake that out, correct?
Correct.
And according to Ms. Gates, the problem still existed, right?
According to her, the problem still existed.
So you
Later on down the road.
Do you know what the problem actually was? Or do you think it was just a matter of snaking it out, or do you think it was something else?
That I don't know.
Did you see this from All Star Plumbing?
No, I did not.
Are you a plumber, or do you know anything about plumbing? I mean, you must know something if you snaked it out, right?
Well, I didn't snake it out. I hired East Point Plumbing to snake it
Okay.
out.
Do you know anything about plumbing?
Yeah, I know a little bit about it.
It says here, and I'm not a plumber, pump approximately 6 inches water out from crawl space throughout whole crawl space. Camera from 3-inch toilet flange to find obstructions. Shifted or broken 4-inch pipe, remove or replace with 4-inch PVC. Price includes parts, labor, 15-year warranty on labor. Camera from toilet, total $2,200. I mean, this doesn't really say, and then it's deposit and some other stuff here, but I guess it doesn't say here, ma'am, that the sewer was never connected.
It's on the next yellow page.
This is yellow.
No, it's another one.
Another yellow page you gave me?
Maybe it's white or yellow.
Oh, okay, here's another yellow
That's
page.
the one saying that they digged up the front yard stating that I paid everything in full.
Dug up front yard to expose, and this is a hard copy. Clay-like sewer that is broken, replace with PVC, I think, from house to top of user. Fill, it's hard to tell here. Fill to rough grade with pipes not connected to city. So apparently this plumber who signed this, I can't read his signature, but someone from All Star Plumbing on December 21st of last year said the pipes were not connected to the main line. Have you seen this?
No.
You want to take a look at it?
Yeah.
You may want to. Go ahead, Ms. Gaines.
And also, when the All-Star Plumbing was out there to the home,
Okay.
they called me outside to the front of the home and told me I would probably have another existing problem because the house he built next door to my house, their lines are connected together. So it's a good possibility that when they snaked out the house, that's where all that stuff was coming from, because what they stating that they found, I don't use.
Okay.
So it's a good possibility that's where all that stuff was coming from, because they told me I will probably have another problem because they connected the two homes together because he built both houses.
Mr. Head, what do you think?
Well, all I know is I had all my proper inspections, everything passed inspections. She went through, I believe, the City of Warren, a grant program, which is another set of inspectors. They inspected, so I went through 2 inspections, and it's impossible for them to be saying the sewer was never connected up to the main city sewer.
Go ahead.
I also checked the City of Warren when all this happened, and I talked with, he's a head guy down at the City of Warren. He said they do inspect homes, but they don't go up under the ground inspecting what's up under the ground. So they have no idea what's going on up under the ground. They only do what's at eye level. They just
Yeah,
make
I
sure the
would-
basics is there.
I would think that's probably true. I mean, I'm not an inspector myself, but I'm not sure why, I'm not sure that would be inspected. I mean, every time I've bought a home or been involved with that type of thing was never inspected. You have someone that looks out at the home and makes sure it's structurally sound, the roof is on, it doesn't leak, basement doesn't leak. The plumbing that they can see is up to code, and the electrical is up to code that they can see, that kind of thing. But this type of inspection under the ground to tell whether the pipes are connected to the city sewer system just doesn't seem to me that an inspector would normally do.
The defendant says he did everything right, connecting the pipes, and had an inspection from the city of Warren. Let's see how the judge rules on this one.
We know there was a smell, presumably from backed up waste and sewage in the house. That really, there's no dispute about that. And we do know that it was snaked out. Ms. Gates tells me that didn't cure the problem. Mr. Head, you're really not in a position to dispute that. You weren't there, so you don't really know. I don't know, but presumably the problem was still there.
Why would she wait till a year and a half later and claim that it's still giving her a problem when she just got the work done 5 months ago? I sold her the house in 2003.
Well, I think she answered the question. She had no money and said she just had to live with it.
She actually had to
I had
apply
to get
for
a-
Well, one at a time.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I had to actually apply for a loan to get that.
To get the money to get the problem
Yes,
fixed, to
'cause
pay
I
or to
don't
pay
have
the
that
plumber.
kind of money.
I think that's the answer, is there was no money, and she just bought a house, and if you buy a house, you're typically pretty poor anyway. And, there was nothing there, and she just had to live with it. In any event, presumably the snaking of the sewer didn't solve the problem. The problem was still there, so that wasn't it. And I guess from my standpoint, I can't say for 100% certainty what the problem is. I wasn't there. I'm not a plumber. I don't know. The closest thing that I have to that is a statement from the plumber who the plaintiff paid, which is that the sewer was not connected to the city sewer system. That's what it says. Go ahead, Mr. Head.
And on top of all that, the house was actually out of warranty.
Okay.
So, why should I be liable for something that's out of warranty?
Well, the problem occurred, though, during the time the house was in warranty. Okay? I mean, it's not that this problem occurred after the warranty expired. It didn't. As much as it was before that. So I think the house was in warranty. In any event, the closest thing that I have here today as to what the problem is the statement from that plumber who says that it was not connected. The plumber's not here. I can't ask him any questions. Neither side has brought any expert witness or anybody to tell me what the problem was. As I said, the closest thing I have is the statement of the plumber, and I'm going to adopt that statement because that's all I have. And I will find in favor of the plaintiff. Now, Ms. Gates, you're not going to get $3,000, okay? I understand you took a lot of time off from work and did some other things to get this case here and to have the problem solved, and I don't think you're entitled to that. I think you're entitled to what you paid the plumber to get the work done, and I'll give you that. I'm going to enter a judgment of $2,200 because that's what you paid the plumber in favor of the plaintiff. I will add to that court costs consisting of a $65 filing fee and a $23 service fee, which will bring the total amount of the judgment to $2,288.
Wow, a surprise verdict from Judge Tremura. I'm not sure I agree with that one, but let's see if I can understand where the judge was going in deciding this case. The plaintiff has the burden of proof, and when you have a case where the plaintiff and the defendant are on total opposite sides of what they're saying, the judge has to look to other evidence. And in this case, Judge Tremura found that the plaintiff's evidence was better than the defense evidence. Therefore, judgment for plaintiff. However, the plaintiff wanted $3,000, but in this case, the judge only ordered what it cost the plaintiff to fix the problem. It seems a compromise verdict by Judge Tremura. If you find that you are involved in a dispute that you can solve, small claims court may be the answer. Thanks for watching Case Closed. I'm Charlie Langton.